Hey guys, Alex here from Beverage Creations, and today I'm here to show you guys how I use Rockler's heavy-duty cross dowels and their setup jig to assemble the legs and the stretchers of a side table that I'm building. The first and most important step is to precisely lay out the locations of the holes in our parts. So let's start by marking the center point on the ends of the stretchers first. So the dimensions here are 1.5 inches by 1.75 of an inch. So our center point is going to be 3/4 of an inch from the sides, and then 7/8 of an inch from the top and bottom. And this is the center point where we will drill the 9/16 inch hole for this 1/2 inch bolt to go through. Now to figure out where to drill the 7/8 inch hole for the cross dowel, we're going to first extend this center line onto this face, and we're going to do that using a square like this. And then to determine how far the cross dowel needs to sit from the end, we're going to subtract the thickness of the leg from 4.75 inches. And this 4.75 inches ensures that the bolt is going to extend 3 threads past this cross dowel. Now, since the thickness of our leg is 3/4 of an inch thick, that vertical center line is going to be at 4 inches from the end. And let's take a square, and we're going to extend these center lines so that they cross each other, like that. Okay, now let's take a look at the legs. So we know these stretchers are going to sit centered on these legs from the front and back edges. These legs are 2.25 inches wide, which means that this vertical center line is going to be at 1 1/8 of an inch from the front and back edges. And the bottom stretcher is going to sit 3.5 inches from the ground, and this thing is 1.75 inches tall. That means this horizontal center line is going to be 4.75 of an inch from this bottom edge. And the top stretcher is going to sit flush to the top surface of the legs, which means the horizontal center line is going to be 7/8 of an inch from this top edge. Okay, so that is everything that we need to lay out, and of course we need to do the same thing for all these parts, but we are ready to start drilling some holes. Now this jig comes with 2 bushings. One is for a 9/16 inch drill bit that's going to make the holes in the legs and the ends of the stretchers for the bolts to slide into, and this other one is for a 7/8 Forstner bit that's going to make the holes for the cross dowels. We're going to start with the smaller holes first. So to use this jig, let's first loosen these knobs for the fence so that we can align these center marks on the jig to our layout lines. And then we'll push the fence against the stock and tighten these knobs to lock it back in place. And then we'll clamp the jig to our workpiece, mount the 9/16 inch bushing onto it, lock in place, and start drilling through the legs. And once those are done, I'm going to repeat the same process and drill the long holes through the ends of the stretchers. And this time, I'm going to drill the hole about 1/4 inch past the cross dowel. And this is to ensure that the bolt is not going to bottom out inside the hole when we tighten things down. And finally, I'm going to swap to the 3/8 inch bushing to drill the set of holes for the cross dowels. Make sure to clamp everything down and drill the holes. Okay, so once the holes are drilled on all the parts, I'm going to get the cross dowels fitted into the stretchers, then line them up with the legs, insert the bolts through both parts, and tighten things down. And that's it. So I hope this video is helpful, and once again, I'm Alex from Beverage Creations, and I hope you guys have a great build.